All right, time to drink some tea. And to put me in a more breezy mood, the breezy bohemian, that's how I want to feel right now. Up in the mountains, breeze flowing through my epically long hair, and you know, just taking in the most fresh, clean yet rich mountain air with that snowy, cool alpine freshness. That's what I want to feel. So let's see if the tea can live up to its cover. It's been a while since I've had the breezy. How's it changed? Have you changed, breezy? The joy of tea is seeing how it grows, just like us, understanding. Sometimes they grow up to be, you know, not that nice, but then they usually mellow out, you know? Sometimes you have to be you've got to go through a phase of being a bit of an arse to kind of like kick yourself out of it and go, whoa, and actually be a better person. So, you know, sometimes that's got to happen. Okay, here we go. It's that time again. You can visually pick out a teapot, focus on it, retro-causality, make me pick the teapot. Make me pick the teapot. Okay, now let me think, what do I want? Make me pick the teapot. I was looking at that because it's sort of striking, but I'm thinking, no, it's raw Pu-erh. I'm gonna go up here. Sorry for all of you who went down here, although down here is possible as well. Breezy, what does breezy want to be in? I think breezy actually wants to be in this one, yeah. Right in your face, that one. The one that nobody picked because it was just too obvious. It was just right there, wasn't it? It was just like, nah, I'm gonna pick that one. It's a bit too like straight up in your face. Love this pot. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. All right, let me get a pick. This cupboard just becoming a giant turd of a mess. Okay. I am picking up this cup a lot. That's what I was thinking in my head. It's a super expensive gold and mother of pearl cup. And when I first got it, I was just like, it's cool, it's very cool, but is it worth the money? And that's sort of when my first reaction was, I don't think it is going to be worth the money. But then I'm picking it up a lot. Every time I see it, I'm like, I want that one. I want that one. Reference. Who's that? I want that one. I know a lot of you know that reference, but share in the comments section below and share a link to your favorite I want that one. And are you sure you want that one? And we will, people can then be exposed to the delights of that particular scene. I don't want to say too much. I'm being intentionally cryptic because I don't want to give away what it is. Right, breezy bohemian. Let's get breezy. Easy now, breezy now. Looking darker than it did when I last saw it. Got a bit of a tan on. That's a lot of leaf. What am I, it's like 10 p.m. But it's too late, it's in now. I can't take it out. Okay. I said this in the previous video, it's not giving me much. I mean, okay. It's giving me like baked toffee apples. It's giving me sun-kissed skin. A little bit of that sun cream. It's giving me like sort of like pomegranate syrup, but with like added like date syrup. So it's giving me stuff, but it feels like it's holding on. It feels like it's holding its cards. Like, it's like, you know, it is still dressed. And it's like, saying, I'm not sure I'm going to give up my goods. I'm not going to give up my aromatic goods. I respect that. Okay. I'm genderizing this keg now. This dog has become a she to me. Well, I think she always was. Coy. Like rhubarb crumble. Sour rhubarb crumble, biscuity, warm. With like very warm, humid air. But it's not somewhere like Thailand or Hong Kong where it's like it's clean but hot and humid. And I'm trying to think of an environment that I can remember that's hot, humid and clean. Well, I guess the mountains of China. But it still smells different, and there's a creamy note to it. Creamy caramel toffee note to it. Anyway, Koi though, Koi, still holding on, still like, you know, it's not like, this is the beautiful thing about aged teas, is they somehow like protect their aromatic release, or at least those transients that disappear, that you go, oh no, the transients disappeared. Yeah, but they had to go. They had to. Or they had to transform to something deeper. No choice. Either transform or evaporate. Oh, I just have a great feeling about this tea. It's just the suave sophistication of it, the way that it's just like, it's rich and rounded, but it's not like spiky, or it's kind of reserved. I feel like this is going to be long session. What was that? Yeah, you know. I know. Amazing because of its lightness. Amazing because lightness. It's like light in the sense of it's not like, oh, it's like gentle. Almost like clean and sparkling, like rivery, and definitely alpine, like alpine, like clean, fresh, humid air, alpine. The cover, and it's got this freshness to it. Like a cross between a pear and a custard apple, but made into like a sorbet. So it's just very like light and fresh. Oh. And lovely balance of minerals, like a beautiful combination of like some chalks and some river rocks and pebbles. And it's all like drinking from the most amazing like river alpine stream. There's somehow like essence of all of the you know, trees and flowers and fruits just sort of in it. Oh, it's so, wow. What an opening salvo. again, very like confident in it's not trying to impress. It is just so sophisticated that you can't like escape it. Breezy, breezy, breezy. The breezy bohemian. Oh wow. Super happy that I chose this tea. I don't know why, there are some teas that you just naturally always grab, and breezy bohemian hasn't been one, even though I knew I loved it. I think it was because it's kind of, I tend to like go for like, give me the hit. And it's not cool, man, because I'm missing out on these really amazing joys, which I clearly appreciate. Otherwise, I wouldn't have purchased the tea. But I kind of, you just sort of forget a little bit, or you just fall into the habit of just picking heavy hitters. Not to say that this isn't going to be a heavy hitter. It's just that it's very, very coy, but in a very cool way. And I put a lot of leaf in this pot. Did you see how long it's taking for this to drain? There's so much leaf in there. Look, you got no room to do anything. Okay. Here we go. Second infusion, darker. Okay. We're now hiking. We're in the rocks. This is when Breezy shows her muscle. Still gentle, still sophisticated, still got those custard apples and pears. But you're seeing that the forearms work. There's there's movement. And it's like, this is not a person that's just like sophisticated. This is a person that is, got strength, got tone. Like a hit of a hit of metal. A hit of metal that just goes zing, and then turns into like this licorice sort of sweetness. And then beautiful rocks and sweet waters, pears, custards, not just custard, more like pear and custard. Feeding it in my stomach. Feeling, it's always the gentle ones you gotta watch out for. They come sneaking up behind you, and then so noting a sense of alteration already. Warmth in my shoulders, warm. Not breezy, not cooling. Although when the sweats come, then it will start to be, some perspiration up here. Strong. The breezy. I'll drink one more infusion of this. Anyway, what else are we talking about? What have I got to tell you? I can show you some pictures. I'm sure Aya won't mind. This is her princess. There you go. Her little storyboard of sea adventures. Some of them are me, some of them are her. Mermaids and fish, pearls. Bit of, Ariel, Ursula action. Oh, look at this one. This is like her what's the next one up from triptych? Quadric, of someone giving birth at different stages. Oh no, is it birth or is it? I think it's definitely nighttime's dusk, daytime, but I can't remember what's happening in all of them. But they sort of become really like these beautiful. Well, anyway, every parent loves. I'm not going to do that. Every parent loves their art, their kids' art, right? But like something sort of. I love the storytelling aspect of it. So yeah, bit of that happening. This tea is resounding in my mouth in the most amazing way. The Breezy Bohemian. Oh, one more infusion of this, Bubba. Smell the empty. It's like nothing that I've ever smelt before, but it feels really familiar. But it's not. It's like a combination of some, like, you know, the inside of a dime bar. Imagine you took the inside of a dime bar, so that almond brittle, and you made like a toffee candy apple out of it, but instead of the candy, you used that, and instead of the apple, you used a pear. That's the most. Why am I suddenly cut off, man? So I'm busy preparing as well. I'm going to China, and I've got to prepare that and try to figure out how to do that by myself. Not that I haven't gone to China by myself, but to go to China and do sourcing plus do filming. So much of this vlog is actually good practice for me, of sort of not just recognizing sort of tips for myself about don't do that, do this, but also just to like break the sort of ice and just do these kinds of videos, because I'm so used to sort of thinking in a different way. Like when I do the China trip videos for Mayleaf, I think of it like a proper like scenes, like, okay, I'm presenting here, doing this, doing that, you know, a little bit of some vlog action, but essentially it's sort of like I try to think about a crafted sort of, you know, thing. Whereas this is going to be a lot more just impossible. It's going to be impossible to do that. So anyway, so I'm looking at equipment and it's expensive. I'm trying to toy with the idea of like, do we need the drone shots or not? Because the drone shots, I'm going to have to spend probably about £800-900. Are those drone shots worth it? And I go back and forth because I think, no, it's fine. You don't need the drone shots. But then I think, but just seeing the mountains, you know, being like flying in the mountains, there's something beautiful about that. So yeah, toying. And then I got to register in China. Oh my God. The fruitiness in this tea is coming out. Special brew, but I am feeling the sweat's coming, so I'm going to stop now. Anyway, Breezy Bohemian definitely got me hooked. I'm on for a ride tonight, people.